Over the past few weeks, I've been alone on the road, exploring the Eyre Peninsula, and it's been all kinds of wild. There's something about being out here alone that really hits you. That mix of total freedom, and those moments where it's just you, the ocean, and the starry night sky. I've seen some absolutely insane spots out here. Red cliffs that drop straight into turquoise waters, beaches where I didn't see a single person all day, and those perfect camp spots that make you never want to leave. Until the wind comes and basically blows you away, that is. In this video, I'm taking you along for the full ride, the entire EP adventure, all in one journey. If you're planning your own trip out here, I've put together a full guide with all my favorite spots from this road trip. I'll link it in the bio. On that note, grab yourself a coffee, settle in, and let's hit the road. I'm so excited. Last night I stayed at this free camp just off the highway. There was a few other campers around, which was nice for my first night on the road. I was thinking about making some brekkie, but I think I'm gonna get some Ks under my belt straight away before the sun gets any higher in the sky and stop for a coffee on the way. Monsters beneath your bed. What's real? What's in your... So far the drive has been great, but I can feel that the wind is starting to pick up, so I don't want to spend too long here. I still have another 5.5 hours to go. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it all the way to Streaky Bay today or if I'm going to stop somewhere on the way and just camp for the night. Take it easy. I just don't want this trip to be rushed. Okay, we've got the drone in the air and it looks insane. No matter how many times I fly the drone over Salt Lake, I'm just always blown away by the textures and colors because it's crazy how the perspective makes it look so different. From the ground, it is very stunning and beautiful, but it looks quite white, and then when the sun shines on it, there's some sparkles. But as soon as you get the drone in the air and see it from above, it just looks so pink and all of the textures really come out. Droney is way over there at the moment, so I think we're gonna bring him back. Where are you? Wow, it looks so beautiful. Nature is crazy. Meant to be a quick stop, but it ended up being an hour. So it is pretty warm now. I'm a little bit nervous for this drive. Okay guys, we have done some Ks and I was on the highway and saw a little sign for a coffee van by the creek. So I pulled off because I am getting a bit hungry. So I'm gonna see if they have any good snacks. Otherwise, I would be keen for a matcha, and if they don't have matcha, I guess I will have to have a second coffee to keep me going today. I still haven't quite decided my route. I was thinking about driving all the way to Streaky Bay today, but that is a bit of a mission, and because I'd have to cut across inland, it might be a little bit warm, so I prefer to stay along the coast. I think I should be in Port Augusta in about an hour and go from there.
Enjoy your coffee.
Thank you.
To say you're a legend round the school, locally famous drama queen. Turn my eyes, I see you stare across the room and right at me. Now you're smiling like you got something on your mind.
Okay guys, we're at our camp, but this sign says 4-wheel drive only. So I'm thinking I should walk this first so I don't get stuck. Look at this kangaroo. We made it down the bumpy track. There was one part that was kind of hectic. I'll show you tomorrow morning, but I was so focused on driving that I didn't film anything. It just started raining, which makes me a little bit nervous because if that track gets any water on it or any puddles or mud, I'm not sure how Stella will go getting back. This cloud looks pretty big, but it could just be one that is going to pass over. Fingers crossed. What a cutie. Okay, I am feeling very dehydrated and very hungry. I have some kangaroo friends over here stalking me. Oh, they're fighting. Kangaroos are the best.
Give it time and we wonder why. Do what we can, laugh and we cry, and we sleep in your dust because we've seen this all before.
Maybe they're hungry.
Culture fades with tears and grace, leaving us stunned, hollow with shame. We have seen this all before.
Feeling pretty tired now and would love a swim or a rinse before the sun sets. I just spent 2 hours cooking dinner and sitting in this chair out front the combi watching the kangaroos hop around. Such a nice way to end that very long and hot driving day and to just fully be in the moment. The cloud cleared, so it's pretty nice now other than the wind. But hopefully it dies down and the morning is really nice. The kangaroos are still here.
Slowly you fade, slowly you fade.
The wind really picked up the next morning, so I packed up camp a little quicker than usual and hit the road again. The journey started up in Eyre, right on the northeastern edge of the peninsula, and stretched about 324 kilometers down towards the southern tip. I always seem to convince myself that these drives are going to feel shorter than they actually do, like I'll blink and I'll be there, but there's always a few stops, a lookout that catches the eye, a beach that you just have to walk onto, or a quiet little town that makes you slow down for a minute. Before I knew it, the day was slipping away. The light started to soften, shadows grew longer, and that warm, late afternoon glow began to settle over everything. One of those moments where you realize the journey itself is just as much a part of the experience as the place you're heading to. I do not know where this day went, but the sun is already setting. I didn't mean for it to be an entire driving day, but I guess everything takes a lot longer in the combi. I've also not really been rushing. I've been taking my time, stopping for coffees and little walks along the way. So that definitely slowed me down a little bit. Once I got to Port Lincoln, I hit the gym, which felt so good because my back has been a little bit sore from all the sitting and driving and sleeping on this mattress that we have in the combi currently. And then I had a nice hot shower, which felt amazing, and now we're here. What's crazy to me is I'm only 20 minutes outside of Port Lincoln at this insanely beautiful beautiful spot and there is not a soul in sight. The ocean is the most beautiful blue color, and then there's so many sand dunes in the distance. It is just incredible out here. The reason why I love the Eyre Peninsula so much is it is just so rugged. Definitely looks a little bit sharky too, I might add.
It's heavy now, we don't change. Come back down, keep it safe. Spinning room, lost my mind. Keep it up, killing time. Don't wait up, it'll be okay.
You guys, we may have ourselves a little problem. I keep hearing scratchy, mousy noises coming from the front. So I think I may have caught a mouse somewhere along the way. This isn't the first time we've had mice in the van, and I can confirm every time we have, it has not been the best night's sleep. So I'm a little bit worried to go to bed. As long as they stay in the front, I'm okay. One time we had them, I swear they were under here. That was actually one of the last times we were on the Eyre Peninsula in the same area that we're at now. I think they just really love the desert bushes out here or something. Hopefully I'm just hearing things, otherwise I'm going to have to sort that out tomorrow. I did not have a good sleep at all. Oh my gosh. Wow, I am tired.
You can't be found. Don't wait up, it'll be okay. Though it's coming at me like a tidal wave. And heaven stars, you're by my side. Hurry up, leave this behind. Fickle love, I'll call you out if we don't change it now. Holiday.
My goodness, you guys, that was a long night. Mousy 1, Tia 0. So I managed to get to sleep okay, but then when 4 a.m. rolled around, I heard this scratching in the cabinet right beside my head. Somehow after that, I just shifted to the other side of the bed and managed to fall asleep again. I also already haven't been sleeping too well because I did put a mattress topper on the bed. So we have 3 separate cushions, and throughout the night they sort of shift apart as I'm sleeping. So when I managed to fall back asleep, I was on my back, which I never do, but I've been having back pain, so I kind of have to change positions every now and again throughout the night. And I experienced the weirdest thing. I was in a half awake, half asleep state, and I was aware of what was happening, so I was laying there on my back trying to move my head from side to side, and my whole body just felt completely paralyzed, like I couldn't move at all. Then I felt these little footsteps run across my collarbone. Thinking it was a mouse, I woke up in a panic and threw the blanket off of me. And then I just sat there for a minute being like, what just happened? It was so wild. So I was awake between 4 and 6. I managed to fall back asleep for another hour or so. But I was pretty happy when it started getting light out and the sun came up, because that was a long night. Before I woke up too, the second time, I was having dreams that I woke up and this car park was full of people. And I was like, that's so weird, because last night there was absolutely no one and I didn't think anyone would be here. And then I peeked out the window and there was like emus running on the beach and all these animals and people catching birds. So, I mean, I guess at least that was a good dream. It was kind of cool. It is a beautiful morning though. It doesn't get any better than this. Just me, myself, nature, and beautiful sun rising. Let's make some breakfast, shall we? I think I'm gonna save myself for a coffee and get one in town at Port Lincoln, because I do have to run into town and get a mousetrap and a few other things.
By my side, hurry up, leave the heart with the love. I'll call you out if we don't change it now. And holiday is on my mind. You still take me by surprise. Truth that breaks by the night. If we don't change, we're stuck in time.
This is where I slept. This is where Mousy was running. There's a little poop there. No. Don't want to have to do this, but we have gotten mice in the van too many times to count, and every time we've tried to do it in a humane way with peanut butter, it just does not work. We've learned the hard way. These are the traps that you need. We are not wasting any time. These are getting set up right now. I'm not sure if they'll come out in the day, but we're gonna do it anyway.
I don't mean to be rude.
Oh no, that's okay.
I just 7 days down at Coles Point, you'll see
Yep.
Greenlee Beach Terminal.
Yep.
You know it? Or
Yeah,
you
I've
may
been to
know?
Greenlee Beach once.
Straight off, instead of going to Greenlee, you can go to, it's been beautiful, glass white dolphins and everything there.
Oh, amazing. What was it called?
Coles.
Coles.
C-O-L-E-S.
Okay.
Like the supermarket.
Yeah, yeah.
Coles Point.
Awesome.
Dolphins everywhere at the moment.
It said take off this little bait cap. Okay, I think it's ready. Place trap where mice have been active. Position at right angle to the wall with bait well facing the wall. Okay, I don't have a wall, so I'm just going to use this cabinet. I drove out to this spot called Fishery Bay to check if there was a camp available, but me, being silly me, I never book anything ahead or do much research. So all of the camp spots are full. These ones aren't right on the coast anyway, you have to walk down to get to the beach. How good is the South Coast? Especially when the wind is down. There's a little bit of a breeze right now, but man, when there's no wind on the South Coast, it is just the most magical place I've ever been, and I'm not even exaggerating when I say that. When it's windy or the wind is going in the wrong direction, it can be a different story. It can be a little bit miserable because you just get blown and the ocean will look all choppy. But days like this, I feel so grateful to live in Australia. So I think this is us for the night. I didn't end up going back to where I went last night. I just drove a little bit further up the coast. That little boardwalk there is where I was just walking, and it was about a 5-minute drive up the road to this little pull-in bay. It's quite nice because the campground is technically down there, but I figure no one's here and I don't see any no camping signs here, so I'm gonna stay the night. I couldn't wait till I got out here for dinner. I was too hungry, so I ended up just having some yogurt. I went to the shops and got some cacao powder because I was craving it last night, so I'm gonna make myself a cacao. And I'm just feeling super excited and happy that all of those driving days are behind me. Tomorrow I can just fully enjoy the beautiful landscapes out here, swim in the ocean. I really want to get through this book that I've been reading. So I think I'm gonna head over to Coffin Bay National Park tomorrow and spend a few days there. We've never really been able to camp in there or explore it too much because we've always been traveling with Zena, our dog, and here in Australia you're not allowed having dogs in the national parks. But since it's just me, myself, and I, and Stella, I think I'm going to take the opportunity to camp in there. I'm going to go to bed early tonight because I'm still feeling pretty tired from that sleep last night. Fingers crossed we get mousy. If not, it's going to be another rough night.
Je te laisserai des mots en dessous de ta porte, en dessous de la mur qui chante, tout près de la place où tes pieds passent, caché dans le trou dans ton
It's pretty windy out this morning.
quand tu es abandonné,
Got my matcha and my omelet failed a little bit. It all stuck to the pan. So I'm just gonna eat it out of here. Has been really slow on Stella. I'm just sitting here and getting her a little bit more warmed up before I take off. We find sometimes when we sleep near the coast, I don't know if it's the moisture in the air or what it is, but then when we start the engine in the mornings, it doesn't want to turn over.
She said, hello mister, pleased to meet you.
The windscreen is so dirty I can't see.
I wanna hold her,
Needs a clean.
I wanna kiss her. She smelled a daisy, she smelled a daisy. She drive me crazy, she drive me crazy. Gonna take her for a ride on a beach, yeah, fun. Gonna take her for a ride on a beach, yeah, fun. Yeah, yeah.
I woke up here in Coffin Bay to a very gloomy morning. It looks like the clouds are trying to pass over, so hopefully it clears up for a beautiful day today. I'm so happy to be back in this national park because every time I've been here, I just get such a calming feeling. I think it's the colors. The ocean is such a soft blue color and everywhere else is just beige. Sand dunes and desert cliffs. I did not have the best sleep again last night. The cushions have just been so uncomfortable in the van. I woke up and my back is in so much pain. So I know that I definitely need to go for some ocean swims and do some yoga today. It is a bit windy and pretty chilly today. I can't be bothered setting up the burner and cooking and making a mess. So yogurt it is. I was hoping today would be a really sunny and beautiful day to spend time on the beach, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. Right now I'm about 40 minutes drive in from Coffin Bay, the town itself, into the national park. So it is a little bit of a mission to get back to town, but I wouldn't mind going back and getting a coffee and then seeing what the day holds. I really don't know what I'm going to do today. One of the nice things about spending time here on the Eyre Peninsula is there's not that much service everywhere you go. So that means you have to fill your time doing other things. Some things that I've really been wanting to do and spend more time on are reading, journaling, and drawing. So I'm going to make an effort to do those things in the next few days. I find it so easy to get distracted by my devices that I see those things as not as important, but when I reflect on it, it's probably just as, if not more important than feeling productive all the time in my work. It is so windy.
Hey, my lover, my lady river. Can I take you higher? Gonna take you for a ride on a big jet plane. Gonna take you for a ride on a big jet plane. Gonna take you for a ride on a big jet plane. Gonna take you for a ride on a big jet plane. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
So the sun did manage to come out, but so did the wind. Holy cow, it is very windy out there. Step outside the van and I just get fully blown away. The winds are 50 k's at the moment, and I think this side of the coast is just always quite exposed. I think you have to be pretty lucky to not have any wind, but on days without wind, this would be magical. Unfortunately, it's going to be windy all night, so I think the van might be swaying a little bit tonight and tomorrow morning as well. There's a rock pool down the end that I do really want to check out and go for a swim. So I think I'll just have to deal with the wind and do that at some point. On my way out here, I took a wrong turn and the track got a little bit sandy. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit scared. And luckily at some point I just thought I better check my map because I had been driving for a long time and hadn't hit the coast yet. So I checked my map, realized that I hadn't been going the right way the whole time, turned around and came all the way back. Then when I got here, I pulled into the first camp, which was sort of at a cliff top. I wasn't sure what to expect coming out here. Luckily, there is a little bit of service because it does feel quite isolated. So when I pulled into the first spot, I checked on my map and quickly learned that I had to keep going a little bit further down to this spot to get to sort of the camp spot and the beach access. South Australia has the wildest cliff top camps. So obviously I didn't end up staying in Coffin Bay. I have this thing where I struggle to stay still. I really like constantly moving and being in new spots. It's funny because one of the realizations I had while I've been driving, I've just had so much time in my own head for thoughts and ideas. One of the things I was thinking about is how I always thought that van life for me was slow living. And sure, there are a lot of moments that feel slow, like the mornings, making coffee, being at the beach, but a lot of the times there actually is a lot of change and stimulation, always being at new beaches, new towns and cafes. And I think I am a little bit addicted to that constant change. If you've seen some of my recent videos, you may know that I've been trying to settle down in a small town south of Adelaide here in South Australia, but I have been struggling a little bit. I think that has been because I've lived this lifestyle for so long. In a way, it's kind of ruined my perception of reality, and it's been pretty hard for me to just stay put in one place. I'm going to close myself in here and make some lunch/dinner. I don't think my food would even cook if I was outside right now. It's just that windy. think she's ready. It is so windy that I just went to take a bite of food and it just flew off the fork. This is too much. I think I'm gonna go back to the van. So much cozier. Bye, wind. It's so pretty out, but it's just too much. The sun just set behind a cloud, and this wind is just keeping on. I think it's gonna be like this all through the night, so I'm really hoping that I can get some sleep. I think it was a good call to move spots. Honestly, it's not that much more protected, but there are some bushes around, so that should help a little bit. And in this other car park that I found, there's this little walk, and it looks like you can go all the way down into those really beautiful cliffs up there. So hopefully I can get some sleep so I can wake up for sunrise. Cheers to being in the middle of nowhere all alone. It does feel a little bit strange being out here by myself with no one around for miles and miles. There was one other car that pulled up today, but then they left. I guess because I have so much experience traveling and being on the road, I don't really get scared, but even from the early days, I left Canada to travel when I was 18 years old, and I've always just had this sort of fearless approach. I think I have a lot of trust in humanity. In general, I always just think everything's gonna work out and everything's gonna be just fine, so I might as well go for it and do the things that inspire me and light me up. So here we are.
One by one, we watch the stars come out. One by one, we watch the stars. One by one, we watch the stars blossom above, blossom above.
There's no water left. Okay.
Ooh, good things come to those who learn to wait.
I'm very happy that I found a little spot protected by the bushes last night because I barely felt the wind. I woke up around probably 4 a.m. and felt the wind from the front on, and I also heard some little scratching in the engine bay, so I'm not sure if there was a little mouse or something trying to get warm. A little update, you know that I had a mouse in the van and I did buy some traps. I'm pleased to say that I think the mouse got out and I didn't catch any. I didn't want to have to kill them, but it is the worst thing sleeping in this van when you know that there's mice around you. I'm just always scared that they're gonna run across me, and especially after that semi-traumatic sleep the other night. I've been wanting to have a beach day so much. I just want to sit in the sun, but the weather's just not doing it for me. I think today I may head all the way up to Streaky. I also just realized that I ran out of water. I have a little bit of drinking water left, but I didn't realize how low my tanks were. So I'm gonna have to go find some water today. Stella has been a little bit temperamental starting these days. The idle is also really slow. This is not a place that I want to get stuck. Out of the van to pee at about 11 p.m. and I noticed a red light at the back of the van. I realized that I had left my headlights on, so I was so scared that the battery was going to be flat this morning, especially on top of Stella has just not been starting very well in general. So I'm very grateful that I didn't get stuck out there. I didn't have to wait for anyone to show up to jump start me. We're back on the open road, cruising. The air is nice and cool. Feels so good. The drives on road trips through Australia feel like they're never ending. But I just pulled up in this small town called Elliston. I found this little shady patch to hide away from the sun. I am feeling pretty salty and windburnt, so I'm hoping to find a place to swim or shower today. There's a cave that I want to go to about an hour north of here, I believe. It's called Woolshed Cave. So I thought I'd stop in, have some lunch, grab a coffee, and then continue on the adventure. We'll see how we go in this wind. Maybe it'll be way too blown out to go there, but we're gonna try.
Texas summer.
Coffee. It's a bit tricky to get the water bottles in and out of the van here, but gotta do what you gotta do. Oh my goodness, that road was way more hectic than I thought it was gonna be. I really do not like going on corrugated roads in Stella. I feel really bad for her right now, but she's all good. We made it in one piece. Okay, I have to say this is pretty cool, and I think it was worth that corrugated road. It's so nice just to get out of the sun for a little bit too. It is so much cooler in here in the shade. I do not want to go back in the sun now that I have felt this. And there's nothing I want to do more than jump in the ocean right now, but this is not a very swimmable spot because it's just straight ocean. And I imagine there's a lot of rips and currents and waves, but the water looks so inviting. How beautiful are the colors of these rocks? Such soft pink and yellow colors. I love it. So pretty. The good news is that was really beautiful. The bad news, now I have to drive back out on that corrugated road. Poor Stella. Ugh. These days have seriously just been flying by. Like, I don't know where they go. I wasn't planning on driving the whole day and doing errands, but that's sort of what this day has turned into. And also, obviously, because of the wind, I wasn't able to have a chill beach day anyway. But I would love to get to Streaky Bay ASAP, which is still another hour drive, because because Stella is very dirty. She is in need of a wash because she's just covered in dust and sand and salt as well. I really don't like leaving the salt on her too long because obviously that leads to rust on the combi. So I have been very cautious and been trying to at least rinse her off every second day, but there's not that many car washes here. The last one was in Port Lincoln. So I do need to get to Streaky and give Stella some TLC because she deserves it. Stella has been working hard today. We are almost there. I'm so excited. Just enough fuel to get us there. Oh, I am so happy to be parked up for the night. I found some dinner at the gas station. They had Indian food and I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna want to cook when I get to my camp spot because the wind is just crazy. It's been so insane all day. The only time I didn't feel it was when I was at the cave, and it was the nicest time of the day just to have a break from that wind. It really takes it all out of me. I think tomorrow, finally, the wind is going to drop a little bit. So I'll be able to have that beach day that I've been wanting to have. I'm just so keen to lay in the sun and read a book and also do some exercise and some stretching. I'm finally now in Streaky Bay and it's such a cute little town. We've been here once before. So I'm also keen to go to some cafes and just have some downtime and no driving tomorrow because the last few days, even though the map said it was only going to be like a 2-hour drive, it ended up taking me the whole day by the time I would stop to eat or get fuel or go to a little site. I don't know, the days have honestly just slipped away. You may be wondering why I haven't been using the pop top, and that's because I'm not able to pull it down on my own. About a week before this trip, I went on Just Campers and ordered new pop top lifters because the ones we had before were super strong ones. So Jordy would have to stand at the back and push it down, and I stand in here and pull these hooks down. So we ordered some lighter springs thinking that I would be able to use those. We installed them just before I left, and unfortunately I still am not able to pull it down. I guess because they haven't been worn in yet, they're brand new. So they're still too strong for me to pull it down on my own. It's almost like these handles need to be moved a little bit further back, but then there's nowhere to latch the handles into the fiberglass anywhere back there. So that's been a little bit annoying to not have the extra space, but it's been manageable. Anyway, the sun is about to dip and I'm exhausted, so I am going to eat my Indian food and read a chapter of my book. There's no service where I am right now, which is super nice. I can just switch off and relax. See you guys tomorrow.
After the sun has already fallen, after a while forgotten, how can I feel you in the falling minutes?
Good morning, you guys. I have been slowly waking up. I don't think I drank nearly enough water yesterday. I woke up and I have a little bit of a headache and I'm just feeling so tired. The plan was to make brekkie, make matcha, and head down to the beach here, but of course it is another windy day. It's not as bad as the last few days, thank goodness. But I'm thinking I'm gonna head to town, treat myself, and just buy a coffee and maybe some breakfast, and then come back down in a little bit when the sun's a bit higher so that it's warmer. On that note, let's head to town.
The world was on fire, no one could save me but you. Strange what desire will make foolish people do. I never dreamed that I'd meet somebody like you. I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. No, I don't wanna fall in love. No, I don't wanna fall in love with you.
That looks glorious. Wow. The sun is just sparkling in that water.
With you.
I've been waiting for this exact moment. I've just been craving some sun and a chill day to get creative, and I finally have it, so I could not be happier right now. The wind died off a little bit, which is super nice with the direction of the wind. It just feels like a nice breeze, so it's perfect. The water is crystal clear, so I think we better go for a swim. Ooh, this water is icy.
With you. What a wicked game to play to make me feel this way. What a wicked thing to do.
These are the most beautiful shells. These ones are my favorite.
What a wicked thing to say. You never felt this way. What a wicked thing to do, to make me dream of you. And I don't wanna fall in love.
I ended up spending hours down the beach. I was just enjoying it so much. It's amazing what a little bit of sun and a little bit of salt water does for us. My hair is super salty and my skin is very dry now. So I think I'm gonna rinse off in my shower and then I'm gonna head to a spot where I'm camping tonight. I have been there before and I'm so excited to go back. It is my favorite type of landscape. It's cold. Probably confusing that I'm wearing a sweater now, but because the air is so dry, when it gets windy, it gets quite cold. I just realized how hungry I am, so I'm gonna make some dinner first. Okay, so I have made it to the entrance of the sand dunes, but there's a few different tracks and I cannot remember which is the one I meant to take. I started taking one, but it looks like this road gets quite narrow. There's bushes on either side of it, so there wouldn't be anywhere for me to turn around in case the ground got soft. The other thing I'm thinking I could do is fly my drone and follow the track to see where it leads to, but from above you can't really tell if the ground is soft sand or hard dirt. I'm thinking that will be my best option though. Okay, we did it. Now we're at the hard part. Or like the hard ground, not the hard part. Guys, what? This is insane. Look how beautiful. My favorite landscapes ever. Okay, I remembered this spot was cool, but look at this. Ah, this is so cool. Wow. I've always been obsessed with sand dunes from the first time I explored them in Australia, probably back in 2015. That was one of the things that made me fall in love with this beautiful country. It is just so magical. I don't remember there being this many bushes. They must have grown a lot. I left the door open, but I'm kind of nervous because last time we were here, we also had mice here, and that was one of the worst night's sleep of my life. Next to the one I had the other night. Oh geez, that one was up there for worst night's sleep as well. But we do it for this, don't we? This is magical. Honestly, this is what I live for. Sometimes when I'm feeling upset or depressed, I forget about this feeling, and then I come out here to the middle of nowhere, whether it be with people or on my own. Just being in nature reminds me nothing matters, because look how small I am in this big wide world.
Where the doors are moaning all day long.
Let's make some cacao, shall we?
Where the stairs are leading doors to dawn. Where the windows are breathing in the light.
Packing everything up because there's so much moisture out here. Everything feels damp. Ooh, this is soaked. The heck? Might put this one in the front. I'm gonna wash my feet with some warm water because I am full of sand right now, and then we're gonna hop in and get cozy and have our cacao. I'm so excited. It's been a big day. We've got our cacao and we are all tucked into the van. Being on the road alone has been such a big learning curve because there's so many things that Jordy usually does that I've had to do for myself. From setting up camp to dealing with any little mishaps with the van, it's all on me, which is both very empowering but also quite exhausting. It feels like I never really get a break because there's always something to be doing, from driving, getting fuel, washing the car, making food, getting groceries, creating content. I feel like there hasn't been that many opportunities just to have some stillness. Today at the beach felt so nice because I felt like I could finally just sit and exist and not feel like I had a million things that I could be doing. In saying that, I've really been enjoying the freedom that comes with being on my own. It's nice to just fully be on my own schedule, and I do love to travel with people, but I do always have this thing in the back of my head that's wondering if they're having a good time and if they're happy. I love that I can just wake up when I want, stop wherever I want, create content as I please, or just sit in silence without having to explain myself to anyone. It's like I'm rediscovering what I actually enjoy. That's been a big realization for me, how often we unconsciously compromise in relationships, whether that be romantic or just friendships. Even in the smallest ways, I've realized just how nice it is just to follow my own rhythm. It's been such a mixture of challenges and little victors, but I think that's what makes all of this so rewarding. Every day I'm learning more about myself, what I'm capable of, and even what kind of life I want to create for myself moving forward. It's now 9 p.m. and I am very ready to go to sleep, but I did just see the little moon dip behind the horizon, which means that the stars are going to be really bright. You know, I had to have a morning frolic in the sand dunes even though I woke up pretty tired. I got out to go pee at about 2 a.m, looked up at the sky and the stars were just insane. So I got my camera out and set up a time lapse, which took a little while. It was pretty cold too, so when I got back in the van, I was pretty awake and didn't sleep for probably an hour or two. Before I knew it, sunrise rolled around and I thought I better get myself up to witness the beautiful sunrise in the sand dunes. It did get a little bit chilly because there was a big cloud that came over and blocked the sun for a while, and I stayed up top the dune probably for 20 to 30 minutes just waiting for it to pass for the sun to come out. So now that warmth from the sun just feels amazing. I'm preparing myself now for a long drive. I'm heading back to where I live south of Adelaide today. On my maps it says it'll be about 8.5 hours driving, but we all know in the combi it takes a lot longer than the map tells us. First things first, I'm gonna head back into Streaky Bay and grab a coffee, and then we're gonna hit the road. Wowie, exhausted is an understatement. That was a big day of driving. I'm also so hungry, so I need to make dinner ASAP. I thought about driving all the way home, but it's still another 4 hours to get there, and I just don't think I'm gonna make it before dark. I found this little pull-off on Wikicamps. It's just outside of Port Augusta, and the views are actually really beautiful, even though there's not too much around me. Port Augusta is basically the foothills of the Flinders Ranges. The desert landscapes out here are just incredible. The last thing left in my fridge. There's a bit of a windstorm going on out there. It is extremely windy now. I was just going for a walk around camp and look at this sign I found. What? This area contains unexploded bombs. Okay. A few other campers around with me tonight. It is an actual dust storm out there, so I thought for our last night I could have an early cacao and pull some cards since I haven't done that yet. I brought 2 decks with me. I thought it would be fun as sort of a trip wrap up to see what I pull. I love these cards. These ones are called tarot cards. These ones are called oracle cards. But Jordy and I have made a new term and we call them inspiration cards because he thinks tarot sounds a little bit too intense. Why we love calling them inspiration cards is because they really are inspirational. You pull a card and you can sort of relate it to any part of your life. When I do it with people, I find it's just a really good talking point to open up, get a little bit deeper, and get to know each other a little bit better. So we are going to pull some. This one has been my favorite for so long, and I left it at my friend's house for 2 years and I only recently got it back. So I'm really excited to have these. Let's see what we get. Two of Wands. Keywords: planning, decisions, self-doubt. Affirmation: I take my time to plan before moving ahead. I never do that. Are you wondering what else is out there? You might feel ready to embark on a new adventure, change careers, or work on your personal growth or relationships. This is true. The Two of Wands shows a woman about to start her journey. She is fueled by the spark of inspiration following the Ace of Wands. Her back is turned away from the landscape, showing that she is taking her time to plan and carefully assess this trip. Perhaps you are longing to explore but doubting your abilities. You may feel uncertain whether this is the right thing to do. Take calculated risks and establish a clear plan before moving forward. This could be helpful because I'm the type of person who doesn't do much planning. I have the mindset that I'll just go and I'll figure it out along the way, because for me the hardest part is sitting down without any distractions and thinking and planning. I do really struggle with that, but whenever I do, I always thank myself later, so I think that this is just a reminder to do more of that. I also love how it says you might feel ready to embark on a new adventure, change careers, or work on your personal growth or relationships, because I feel like that has been a big one for me these last few months, and I'm sort of in the midst of all of that. I really want to go outside and enjoy this beautiful view. I should have this open a little bit more, because the mountains are starting to light up and they look insanely beautiful. I just want to go run down that road right now, but I'm at the end of this trip and I'm feeling pretty tired, so I'm keen for a chill. I'll probably run out at sunset and get a few shots anyway because I can't help myself. I'm feeling like this is a really good last night on the road for this trip. I wonder if it's gonna be this windy all night.
If you've made it this far, firstly, thank you so much for being here and joining me. And secondly, I'd love to know if you agree. Is this not one of the wildest and most beautiful parts of Australia? It's raw, untouched, and although dry and sunburnt a lot of the time, still completely alive. Spending time out in places like this does something to you. When it's just yourself, the road, and the endless horizon, the noise fades away. You start to see how little you actually need, and how much beauty there is in simplicity. Everything seems to all be put into perspective. For me, it's a reminder of why I chase these moments. Not just to see new places, but to reconnect with myself, and to remember how small and lucky we are to be here, experiencing this fleeting moment in time of life on Earth.